Hi guys, and welcome to the DB vlog. This is episode 11. In this episode, it is workout efficiency. So what I want to get into in this episode is talk about, how is making our gym programs, or our routines, our workouts more efficient. I think one of the biggest detractors from people getting into shape and people kind of staying the course and staying consistent, and staying committed, is that a lot of these programs, especially in the gym, just tend to take too long. Way too long. They're well over an hour, and it's very off-putting for a lot of people. I think people go down there, they end up, before they know it, they've been in there an hour and a half, 2 hours, and reality kicks in. That we've got kids at home, or we've got work in the morning, or we've been at work all day and it's a late one, and we don't have 2 hours to go into the gym. We've just got other things to do, and it can get very unrealistic, trying to fit that hour and a half, 2 hours in. And I see that a lot. I see a lot of people spending way too much time in there. I think one of the things is people don't always have a plan. They don't know what they need to be doing, so they kind of spend time looking around. Should I do some of this? Should I do some of that? And I spoke about this in the previous episode, having that, well, when I spoke about that kind of ideal training template, so the things that should be included in our workouts and the order it should take place. And that's really important. If we kind of have that plan, we have that plan in place where we walk in and we know what we're doing, we know how much we should be doing, and roughly how long for. It cuts that time down drastically. I don't spend longer than an hour in a gym. Don't need to. I'm normally done, in about 45, 50 minutes, and I've done everything I need to do, and I'm out. But largely because of that is, one, I know what I'm doing. I have everything kind of set and ready. I know what I'm doing in that session. It's already planned out. I'm not standing around wondering what to do next. Another big one, I don't take my phone, or I leave my phone in my bag, or I turn it off. I think we have to all admit, a lot of us tend to stop and stare at it. I think if you just turned it off, 45 minutes, you're not going to miss anything. You'll save yourself a ton of time. I think that's definitely, we can all attest that we can't stand the person next to us in the gym who just, between sets, they just kind of check their phone for 10 minutes and think it's okay. So we don't need to be one of those. So yeah, that'd be another thing. So kind of eliminate any distractions, get them out. This is your time to train and exercise. And again, that's, just doing that step would also take the time down drastically as well. So that ideal training template, let's just run through it. We want to start with that corrective exercise warm up. Okay. So we're not going to jump on the treadmill or bike and waste 10, 15 minutes doing that just to warm ourselves up. That's just going to get our heart rate up. We can get our heart rate up and improve our quality of movement by doing that corrective exercise program. We can kind of kill two birds with one stone. And also, we want to make sure that before we go into, whether we're doing cardio or strength training, before we go into that program, we're moving as best as we can be. Okay, so we want to optimize our movement, optimize our motion as best as we can before we start, lifting weights, doing squats, doing bench press, or running, sprinting on the treadmill, whatever we're going to be doing. So just to recap on that warm up, we want to be doing our release techniques first. So hopefully we're doing this based on an assessment, on a movement assessment. So we're going to do a couple of maybe let's say we pick two release techniques on the foam roll massage ball. So if I was correcting, say I had some hip joint restriction, maybe I do my TFL and rec fem releases on the foam roll, and I spend 30 seconds on each side. So that's 2 minutes. Get my release techniques done. I do a hip joint mobilization to kind of open up some joint space. Again, 30 seconds either side, so that's 3 minutes. Then I can go straight on and do my knee and hip flexor stretches. And again, maybe I do, let's say I do a minute on each side. So that takes me up to 5 minutes. Once that's done, then I can do my activation exercises. So I do my glute activations. So I can do my clams, my prone hip extensions. And again, let's say I do a minute on each of them. So that takes me up to 9 minutes. So within 9 minutes, or 9-10 minutes, I've got all of that done. All those key components of that mobility program are done. And then I can then go on and do my core integration exercises, because I want to get those deep core muscles fired up in every strength program that I do, or at least most of them. So I want to get those going. So maybe I do the bird dog, Superman, quadruped, whatever you want to call it. I could do one of those, and again, I could spend a minute on that. I could do some hip bridges as well, because again, that would further get my glutes working. And so I'm combining glutes and core. I could do another minute there. And again, that's what 11, 12 minutes. I've got all that done as well. So I had a couple of core exercises. Then I could do some stability integration. Again, if I want to get my glutes working more, I could do something like a single leg deadlift. So that's going to get my glutes working. I'll do a minute on each of those. Then I want to get those glutes fired up quicker. So I might do like a box jump or a hop to balance. And let's say, those two types of exercise take another 3-4 minutes. So I'm up to 15 or so minutes now. So within 15 minutes, roughly, I've got all that movement prep, corrective exercise done. That whole corrective exercise section is done, and I'm set and ready to get into that main program. And then again, that main program, can take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, depending on what we're doing. But let's say I'm doing a stability endurance program. So if I was working on, if I had someone who's working on weight loss, and they were trying to improve their stability as well, they're in that phase. They're trying to shred calories, improve the balance, the coordination, the muscular endurance. Maybe I do. I'm going to do 4 exercises. I'm going to pick an exercise that primarily works one particular muscle group. So for the whole lower body, I could do. Again, I could do something again like a single leg deadlift, or I could do like a lunge to balance. That's going to do my glutes, my quads, my hamstrings, my calves. They're all going to be working in that. Then I could do something for back. So maybe I did like a squat to row. It's going to work my legs, but it primarily work my back muscles. Or like a squat to one arm row, maybe, because it's going to be if we're doing a bit more unstable, we could do it that way. So that would be mainly for back, but it's going to get everything working. It's full body. Then I could also do for my chest muscles. I could do something like a stability ball chest press. Again, that's going to get my glutes, my core, as well as my chest all working. So that would be my chest, my pushing exercise. So stability ball chest press there. And then for shoulders, I could do something like a standing cobra, or I could do like a single leg scaption. And that's going to get my shoulder muscles, so my trapezius, my deltoids, all those muscles, they're also going to be worked. So I've kind of got all the major muscles worked in 4 exercises. I can then have a minute rest at the end of that. Maybe in that minute rest, I could do like an active rest. Maybe I do those clown exercises, so I'm getting more glutes going as well. And each of those main 4 exercises, each one of those is going to be 12 to 20 reps. And again, each rep is going to be what we do, a 3-2-1 tempo. So each rep would take about 6 seconds. So we kind of extrapolate that. Each set of each of those exercises should be anywhere from roughly 1 to 2 minutes. So let's say I did 2 minutes on each of those exercises. So I'll do that 3 times over with a minute's rest. So that's going to be 9 minutes. So 9, 18, 27. So 27 minutes. I've gone through 3 rounds of 4 exercises that work all major muscle groups, doing 12 to 20 reps at a 3-2-1 tempo. I got it all done, and that's that. I'm working at your full capacity for endurance training, because we don't really want to be doing any more than 3 sets, maybe 4 at the absolute most, but it's anywhere normally from 2 to 3 sets that we do for that. And I've got all that done. I've got 3 rounds, which is really tough, by the way. We've got all that done in roughly just under half an hour. So half an hour plus the 15 minutes for the corrective exercise warm up. We got all that done in 45 minutes. So really efficient. In 45 minutes sounds a lot more appealing than an hour and 15, hour and a half, 2 hours. So yeah, give it a shot. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, get in there. Set that timer. No more than an hour. Get what you got to get done, and then get home and get on with whatever else you guys got to do. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.